breaking my YouTube virginity, or Spotify, or wherever this is going. I don't know. No idea what to call these. Tales from a prisoner, daily waffle, chat shit, get banged. Hopefully I don't get banged. The aim of these is for me to waffle less. It's basically to help me articulate my thoughts and to give you an insight into my brain, whether that's a good thing or not. It's one of my goals. So I thought might as well start with chatting shit about goals, because I think most people fuck up before they even start. So with this, it needs to be effortless, or I'm not going to fucking do it. So this is why it's recorded on my phone. I've already fucked up because I'm holding it and my arm's already aching after 2 seconds. So it's going to be an experiment process. I'm using AirPods. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like, but if there's too much effort, I know I'll put it off. So this whole point around this is going to be around goals and making it effortless, because when we start, we set ourselves to fuck up. We think we need to be doing more, and we can't do more because we're already doing too much and we haven't got any energy. So if it was less effort, we would more likely get it done. So with this as well, I'm not going to make a promise to how many I'm going to do, when I'm going to do them, because if I don't do it, you call me unreliable. Or that could be my little get out of jail free card, so that I don't have to commit to doing it. Who knows? What I do know is I was with my coach mentor yesterday, and he said, are you going to be doing the speeches at Q2? Are you going to be getting up on stage and you're going to be talking? I immediately just went, no. My arsehole was fucking going, obviously. But if I can articulate better, if I get some balls, then maybe I'll be up there. Who knows? So the aim is trying to waffle a little bit less. So around goals. So most people set up to fail, or they start and they've already fucked up. So they already have a full plate and they think, all right, I want to start doing whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, playing golf every fucking day. I don't know. The plate's already full. They've got no space on it and they just expect to fit it in somewhere. So they don't actually plan it out. That's one thing. But two, they're already fucked. They're already got no energy and they expect to be able to put more energy into something else. I need to change hands. They expect to put more energy into something when they haven't got any. So they've got this concept of have to do more to get any result. It's more. That is one way of doing things. But if we instead made it easier, if we reduced friction, then we wouldn't need to do more, we wouldn't need more effort, we could use the same effort and we'd go faster. So when you start off, I look at doing these things. So first of all, I look at removing stuff from our plate. What doesn't need to be on there? What can we get rid of? We might not be able to get rid of a lot of things, but looking at our daily schedule, weekly schedule and things like that, where can we make room for this new thing? Then we've got more space and we're not got a full plate to start off with. Second of all, if we do an energy audit, if we look at what's draining us, what's energising us, obviously if we take away more of the drainers, we're going to have more energy. So what I would do is draw a line down a bit of paper. On one side, put what energises us, on the other side, what drains us. And just list things out. So you've got people, places, things, habits. Right, big off list. What we want to do is aim to do more of the things that energise us and delete or remove the things that drain us. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like. I'm by a motorway. Hopefully it's not fucked. I guess we'll see. Otherwise this one can go in the bin. Around energy drainers. So if it's people, we might not be able to get rid of them. We might want to bury them under the patio, but we might not be able to. So it's looking at how we can change them. Not change them, probably can't change them, but how we can change the circumstance. So it could be, I don't know, with a family member that you don't see too often, but when you do see them, if it's in a confined space, it's not the most pleasant. So it could be better if you were, I don't know, out going for a walk or doing an activity or something, or with others, or not just alone with them. I don't know. Some people you might not be able to get rid of, but we want to try and change the drainers to what energises us and have more of that. Instantly, obviously, we'll be taking stuff off our plate, and with delete the drainers, we can have a little bit more energy. But then the third thing is we set our goals and we need motivation. If we need to, ought to, should do, have to, we're never going to fucking do it, because we need motivation for it, and that takes effort. So if we want to go down this effortless route of less friction, it needs to be something we would love to do, but we can't wait to do. So to work out that, it needs to be something you fucking value, or it needs to be in line with something you value, and you need to link it to that. So to do that, first of all, you need to work out your values. An easy way of doing that is to look at your bank account, where do you spend your money, look at your calendar, where do you spend your time, and look at what you search on the internet or on your Instagram feed. Your Instagram feed can be weird, can't it? I can remember mine being populated with desk porn at some point when I was going through a weird stage of looking at desks. I don't know why. Anyway, but if you look at those three things, usually it will show you what you value. Careful on that though. If your time is in work and you fucking hate your job, then you need to look at what that means to you. So what does that work, what does that money, I guess, give you? What does it give you really, what you value, as in it may provide for your family or whatever that is. So it might not just be straight up work if you don't actually value or like your work. But if you do those things, if you see what the common denominators are, top 3, top 5, you'll soon see what you value, and whether you like it or not, that is where your current values are. You can change them, but if you look at your calendar, that is where your outcomes and your reality and your results are going to be in the next few months, unless you change them. So fucking waffling. With your goals, once you worked out your values, then you can see if your goals actually are of what you value or not. So a lot of people, if they're going down this route of, oh, I need to do this, I've got to do this, and they don't actually value it, then they're setting themselves up to fail. I have had clients who've tried to put their health, or say that health is a goal for years and years and years, but it's not as high as their other values. So the other values always win. For example, social. So if they changed the goals so they were more in link or more in line with what they value, as in if it was a health goal that was more aligned with social, they're going to do the social thing because they value that more and put that first. But it will mean that the health goal gets done. So for example, I don't know, something mad, it could be like going for a trip with the boys to Bali to fucking wank each other off, to, I don't know, do some fucking detox tour or something, but it's a healthy social experience. I don't know what it is, I'm just giving you an example. I'm sure you don't want to wank off men in Bali, or maybe that is your thing, I don't know. Other way of doing it, if you can't change it, if it's not linking, if it's not in line with your values, is to link it. So you have to link it to what you actually value. So an example of this, a few examples. So eating healthy, sometimes I can't be fucked. And in the past, a way of tricking myself into it has been looking at something else that I actually give a shit about. So I, years ago, done a photo shoot, and I used to always have this choice. Well, I didn't have a choice. There was two shops next to each other, and my hungry brain used to go for the tastier option. So I had Marks and Spencer's, where everything's a little bit tastier, and I would end up getting stuff over my calories. Or I'd go Lidl's and food prep. Didn't really give a fuck what I looked like, but I was trying to save for a gym at the time, so that was more important to me. So when I looked at Lidl's and the food prep, I saw that as saving money for my gym. So I tricked myself into eating my food prep and doing that because I wanted the gym. Other times I've eaten certain foods which will help with brain health because I've had to memorize stuff. So for example, I had to memorize a 7-minute video sales letter, which fucking killed me in the process, but I was trying to all my effort to memorize stuff. So I was just trying to eat, say, walnuts, blueberries, eggs, salmon, purposely to try and increase my memory as much as I could. And obviously it didn't work on this video, but the intention was more on the memory rather than the healthy eating, but it came naturally. So there's two ways you can do that. You can either change the goal to something you value, or you can link it to something you value. I've gone on a fucking tangent, but like I said, the aim is to get some reps in and to practice and to hopefully waffle less. Don't care if anyone watches it or anything like that. So people fuck up. They don't give the time that they need it to their goals when they start off with. So they just think they're just going to fucking hit these goals. They need preparation. But before you do any of that prep, make it effortless. Make it require less friction, so it is easy, so it isn't a fucking drag. Guarantee if you do that, you'll get more done this quarter. What you need to do first, remove stuff off your plate. What doesn't need to be there, look at your schedule, audit your time, take stuff off. Second of all, how can you get rid of the energy vampires? Who do you need to bury under the patio? No, what can you remove? What's draining your energy? Have a look at that. The third one, do you need motivation? Is it in line with your values? If it's not, it's gonna be fucking hard and you won't do it. You want to be inspired. Do those things, take some time. I guarantee it'll be easier, it'll be less effort, and you'll get more shit done this quarter. I'll end this waffle here. Comment, do whatever, I don't know how these things go. Feedback's welcome. I'm going to stop waffling now. Bye.